Fuck! This is the tale of a Saudi billionaire's love life and his relationship with one hot little Caribbean island. We're here to break down how the rich live above the law, set up systems to do it, and fuck over the rest of us. Welcome to Offshore. Today, we're here to talk about Saudi Arabian billionaire Walid Juffali, who made a curious arrangement with St. Lucia. Juffali seemingly tried to use the offshore so he could secretly marry another woman, divorce his current wife without her knowledge, and then avoid paying that woman 238 million pounds. That's like $320 million. But how did he go about a secret marriage and avoid paying £250 million? And did it work? Walid Juffali was a Saudi billionaire Nepo baby. Like most rich people, he inherited his wealth. His family owned the biggest private company in Saudi Arabia, E.A. Juffali and Brothers. He and his family were insanely loaded, and he was all about that playboy prince life. And Juffali milked that family money and influence to get some sweet lines on the resume, including 2 knighthoods, one from the Vatican and one from Denmark. Rich people participation medals. He also used that money to do what a lot of insanely rich people do, spend it on extravagant cultural shit. He once paid almost $900,000 for a couple of nudes at a charity auction, including one of Kate Moss, which is also like free on the fucking internet. I thought we all learned that like 13. I did. Juffali burst onto the social scene when he married his second wife, Christina Estrada, a former supermodel, mostly known for being a Pirelli calendar girl. If you don't know, Pirelli is a tire company that for some reason also puts out a yearly calendar featuring naked models for some reason. I don't know. The couple lived the high life for 13 years. Mega yachts, $50K on fur coats yearly, a $1 million firework display for Estrada's 50th birthday. You know, just like normal married shit, like buying an air fryer, except for $1 million in fireworks. They built an underground chalet fortress in Switzerland with imported materials like quartz from Afghanistan, a swimming pool, a 16-car garage, and a spa made with amethyst, Christina Estrada's birthstone. Thank God her birthstone isn't topaz, because that would be tacky. But sadly, it seemed the only thing money couldn't buy was happiness. So here's where things get a little spicy. In Saudi Arabia, men are allowed to have more than one wife, a max of 4. In 2012, while still married to Estrada, Juffali married a 25-year-old Lebanese model, Lucian. You may know her from a reality show called Dubai Bling. Adada is literally half Estrada's age. He went out and married after her 50th birthday a 25-year-old. Juffali divorced Estrada, apparently without her knowledge, in Saudi Arabia in 2014 under Islamic law. Christina Estrada found out about all this and was like, what the fuck? So she filed for divorce in England, where they live, for that price of 238 million pounds. That was like... So how did he try to get out of this enormous payout? It seems he thought he could get out of a legal divorce settlement with diplomatic immunity. So let's talk about diplomatic immunity. Basically, while someone is working for their home government in a foreign country, that person cannot be arrested or sued by the foreign country that they're working in. It's a controversial practice because there are people who do very bad things and get away with it using their diplomatic immunity. Like in August 2019, the wife of an American CIA agent killed a guy in England while apparently driving on the wrong side of the road. When your diplomat's wife in another country, driving's like Mario Kart, but with lower stakes. So how does someone get diplomatic immunity? First, you gotta understand, rich people can buy citizenship. In the world of the offshore, countries sell it. While the poor die on makeshift rafts or their children are caged in an attempt to immigrate to another country, the rich collect passports like Pokemon cards. Is my point getting across? Sometimes I don't understand if it's really getting across. They're buying citizenship. I wanna underline that. You don't get to go anywhere else. You have to stay wherever you're at. The rich people, they're buying it. They just buy whatever they want. This is for sale. If you're uber wealthy, sometimes you don't even need citizenship. You can just skip that step and just go right to diplomat status in a country where you don't even live. And seemingly, that's what Juffali did. When confronted with the divorce, he invoked his legal immunity as a diplomat of St. Lucia. Because as it turns out, Juffali was named St. Lucia's permanent representative to the International Maritime Organization, a UN agency for regulating shipping and safety and maritime security. Did Walid Jufali have any known qualifications in maritime law? No. Did he have any special skills or experience related to boats and shit? Also no. But did he live in St. Lucia? Not really. Can he even sail knots or whatever? I don't know. I've never seen him do any boat stuff. I have no idea what's going on. We can't tell you with absolute authority that he paid for his ambassadorship, but we can tell you that Al Jazeera exposed the countries of Dominica and Grenada for selling a very similar diplomatic position. How did this plan come together? So remember back when Christina Estrada first found out about this secret marriage to the new 25-year-old model? According to the tabloids, she confronted her husband. That's when it seems Jufali made his first trip to St. Lucia. And 4 months later, he got his maritime title. And then once his diplomatic immunity was secured, boom, he rips that cord and does his divorce in Saudi Arabia and basically says, come and get me, I'm a sailor now. But then the High Court in the UK dismissed Jufali's claims as a diplomat.
Dismissed Jufali's claims as a diplomat.
The judge said Jufali's appointment was an entirely artificial construct, and there was no evidence that he has any knowledge or experience of maritime matters. He also said that avoiding UK law was the main reason Jufali got this post. The judge was basically like, we know you're lying about being a maritime expert. Everyone's talking about it. Jufali lost the case. He was ordered to pay 75 million pounds in a divorce settlement, one of the largest amounts in English history. It's $110 million. Which was an insane amount of money to me and you, but ultimately, sort of not that big of a deal for someone worth $9 billion. So, fuck everything. I don't even know why he did this. So what's the big lesson here? The key to the offshore is secrecy. It's all legal until there's too much noise. If he'd used his diplomatic immunity to do something simple, like kill a person with his car, he probably would have gotten away with it. You just can't divorce your wife and not quite divorce your wife without making headlines and ruining the whole thing for all the other rich people that bought diplomatic immunity and get away with stuff every day. We know it's an obtainable commodity now. They're out there. They're doing this thing. You just can't make this many headlines. That was Offshore. See you on the beach next week. Is this real? Yeah, that's rum. That's good. I needed that. That was tough. That was a lot. Billionaires can't take this away from us. I gotta go back to actual work now. This is not my job.